So hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, are you?
Yeah, I'm also fine. I was just thinking about our future as like after the coronavirus, like all the implications that just this whole situation has brought us. Like I believe I personally have an optimistic standpoint. Like I believe it's gonna bring us good points. Of course, we need to survive this whole crisis scenario, but I think it's gonna bring us some opportunities regarding fair salary and environmentalism, and just like overall, I believe that we are gonna evolve to a better society. What do you think?
I think it's actually quite the opposite. In my opinion, the necessities have a bigger gap between what's needed and what isn't, and what people have and don't have. For example, now even the internet is a necessity, which is something that was considered a luxury before that not everybody has. Not everyone could even go into quarantine and stuff like that. So I seriously think that it's creating a bigger gap than the one we already had in between the levels of economy and stuff. And many people lost their jobs and stuff like that. So I actually think it's being worse for us as a society and as human beings. The entire coronavirus lockdowns and stuff.
Sure, but those are like short-term consequences. Like if you look like a wider panorama, like of course, like right now we are suffering a lot, but after this, I believe that our governments and just all countries are going to start looking for a better system overall. Like we're like with this lockdown thing and stuff, we can see that the actual damage that we were doing to the environment. So maybe we can act upon this climate change and stuff. And of course, this like the fact that so many people lost their jobs could open a door to a fair universal salary, just so this problem isn't really a problem anymore in case we have a similar situation in the future.
Uh, well, well, I think your idea is right. I don't think that's what's going to happen. Yeah, maybe we're starting to realize how much damage we did to the environment, but I don't think the bigger industries and businessmen are going to care. I think it's the opposite. We can see it by how the quarantine and the need of wearing a mask and stuff was turned into an entire business, right? So those people are always going to be looking into making money instead of looking into the environment and the good of people, right? So I think it's not going to stop them from causing harm to the environment, and it's going to only get worse from now on.
Sure, but I mean, a lot of support could come from our governments, like just their monetary politics, and a great part, like 90% plus of our economy is actually coming from small and medium business. Like just the fact that the big corporations are not caring isn't really that. Like I mean, if a lot of the small companies and medium companies are actually acting upon the negative stuff, I think it can actually overcome the fact that the big companies aren't actually doing their part. And well, it's just like this domino effect. If a lot of people are doing their part, it is just natural that everyone is gonna do their part, even the biggest companies.
The thing is, I think what bigger companies do dictates what smaller companies are going to do. Because if they are successful doing this, the other people are going to think that that's what's going to make them successful, right? Not doing the opposite and stuff like that. So uh, I also don't trust the government enough to think that they will fix it. I think they have let us down many times.
Yeah, sure. Like they have let us down, but on situations that weren't even remotely as similar as the one that we are living now. So I believe that I mean, even if it's a little bit of support, it could actually have an impact on the smaller business, which actually dictate or have the most impact on our economy, which is what matters the most. Uh, I believe if we seek for a way of teaching a better culture in terms of yeah, how to actually do business, I think we could actually have a very big impact.
Maybe that could happen.
Maybe that could happen. So yeah, it was nice talking to you.
Yeah, same. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah. So see you later.
See you later.